Hey there guys, how you doing? Jasdeep here from Just Review. So I got my hands on a Sony Xperia 5 Mark II and I've done the unboxing like 3 weeks ago. You can check it out from the I button. And this is my permanent phone for now and I really like this phone. I'm kinda Sony fan also, along with HTC. That's why I got this phone. Plus, what was stopping me to get this phone before, for example, Sony Xperia 1, Sony Xperia 5 from last year, because of the battery and no high refresh rate. But this phone has addressed so many complaints from the customers. As a result, I've also noticed some news that Sony Xperia has increased their sales because of these phones, and just because they have listened to some customers these days. As any other phones, this phone is not perfect. Many cons and many advantages also. Before we move forward, and I just wanted to request you all guys, please make sure you subscribe my channel for more updates on this phone, and more phones are coming and I'll try my best to give you more tech reviews. First thing which basically stops people buying this phone is that this is not available in all the markets. For example, India, it's difficult to get. The prices are higher. You can't get it on contract, and in US you can't get it in 5G. This is a little bit weird why they can't provide 5G enabled phone in US, but I am in Ireland, so it doesn't affect me. This is the 5G phone, and I got this on contract, and contract was very cheap. If you are in Ireland or UK, you can go ahead and check in online. You might be able to get it from Vodafone or 3. I got it from Air in Ireland, and it was basically cheaper than Galaxy S20 FE and way cheaper than iPhone 12. I really don't have any complaint about this phone at all. Usually what Sony used to give a very poor battery life and sometimes a very bad camera, even though they make maybe a half of the camera sensor in the world. But still, even in this phone, the camera, it's like, I expected the camera like to be very good, but it's not that much great. The default app is okay and it gives you very good result. Even the 4K, it's exceptionally well, but there is no option for 4K 60 frames per second in default app. Yes, you can go for 120 frames per second in Camera Pro app, but that is not that much clear. It's basically like Instagram, and you have a pre-default filters enabled, and that's how it is. And you really should know what exactly you're trying to do in the Camera Pro app. It does have many benefits over the normal apps, but in the end, you really need to know what you're doing, and you should have some experience in camera. Plus, if you have to use that much of techniques in order to get a good video, then why not just get a Sony camera for that? Why just spend 800, sorry, this one is 900 euros, 899 basically. This is good camera and all, but this basically cannot compete with mirrorless camera at all. So as per the specs, this goes for Snapdragon Qualcomm 865 processor, 5G enabled, 8GB of RAM and 128GB of fast storage, 21:9 ratio screen. One thing I would like to say about this phone is that this phone is very slippery. Basically, it gives me scared that I'm gonna break this phone very quickly. I would suggest, if you want to buy this phone, buy a case first, because cases are not available widely for this phone, so it might take some time to get the case delivered before you get this phone. In my case, yeah, I've ordered the case maybe from 2 weeks now from eBay, and it's still not here, so I'm still using it without any case. But it only fell down once, and I got some 2 or 3 chips here and there. Yeah, that bothers me, but I would still say this phone is very robust. It comes with Gorilla Glass 6 from the front and Gorilla Glass 6 in the back, and frame is basically metal, and I can see the chips here, but it's no big problem. One big concern which Sony resolved is the battery life. You can easily get a 1 day of battery backup from this phone, even if you use it continuously for 120 Hz display. And I'll show some screenshot that I got 5 hours, 6 hours, and even 7 hours of screen on time if you turn on the stamina mode and turn off the 120 Hz of refresh rate. That basically disables some features here there, but if you want to squeeze every bit of battery, then you can do it. But I would say like just turn on everything and also use always on display, because it's there to use it. And 1 day of battery backup is good. I get it like a little bit more than 1 day every day, because I don't use it that big for the gaming, only for camera here and there for the testing. So front camera, I really actually don't like the front camera from this phone. It gives you a good result when you are in proper sunlight, proper artificial light, then you're gonna get good results. But in a little bit of low light and a little bit of indoors, you're gonna get a lot of noise, and the picture quality will not be that much good. Plus, there is no 4K option for the front camera. There is no wireless charging. I do have a wireless charger here and there in the home, but they are basically slow chargers, so I don't mind charging it from the cable because it charges very quickly. It takes around maybe 90 minutes to charge it fully. Plus, this phone comes with the battery care option, which basically stop charging the phone after it reaches to 90% of the battery charge. You can also use that feature while you're playing the game. It just keeps you on the 90% charge, and you can basically continue playing the game from long time. I played a Call of Duty, PUBG and other games on this phone, and the surprising thing was I didn't feel it that this phone was getting hot. Yeah, if you switch it to extreme FPS in PUBG, then every phone gets hot, and this phone also gets a little bit warmer too. That's quite normal, but I played Call of Duty for maybe 1 hour and it didn't get hot and didn't get warm, even though I'm not using any case or anything. I could feel it, but I didn't. So OS, this phone has a very stock Android, and it was supposed to get Android 11 when it was actually launching, and both Xperia 1 Mark II and Xperia 5 Mark II supposed to get Android 11 after the launch of this phone. Now I'm seeing the news that it's going to get the Android 11 in December. I didn't like stock Android. I basically don't like it that much. I like a Samsung UI and Oxygen OS much better than the stock Android, just because the screen quality is great, viewing angle are awesome, and I didn't see any bug here and there in the OS. That makes a good experience with the phone, even though the features of Samsung UI or OnePlus are not there, but still it's a good experience overall. And plus you get to see 120 Hz of refresh rate plus 240 Hz of touch sampling rate. The best thing about this phone I wanted to tell you is the stereo sound. You can hear the sample also, and I really enjoy listening to the music. The overall sound is very clear. You must be thinking that I am only praising about this phone, no complaints, because there are none. The big problem, I've said it already, that was a price. If Sony launched this phone, the exact phone, for 600 euros, then this phone is going to do the blast in the market and going to sell very quickly. Another thing, the small thing which I really like about this phone is that you can get the SIM tray out without SIM injector tool, and that's perfect. Other brands should also adapt this. Okay, so as I said, this phone is not for everyone, because you're spending a lot of money for this phone, but you're not going to get a best to best camera experience. You have to basically play around with the Camera Pro app, and no 4K 60 frame per second option in the automatic mode, and front camera is basically not that much great. So there are compromises over there, but another good thing, if you buy this phone in Europe, I'm not sure about the US, but in Europe, if you buy this before December, then you're gonna get headphones free with this phone, which is worth 250 euros. And that's very good deal. If you don't want that headphone, you can sell it and basically reduce the price for this. So I think that should be all for now, and I'm going to create another review for this phone, most probably for the camera and the gaming separately, and stay tuned for that. And do let me know if you have any questions, and I'll try to answer those questions as soon as possible. And make sure you subscribe my channel, and make sure you like the video if you actually like it. If you don't like it, you can press the dislike button, no problem at all. And I really hope you have a wonderful day, and stay safe and wear a mask, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.